Now, just off the top of your head, do I look like somebody who would enjoy a Bud Light, especially with all the political turmoil around that brand right now? Do you really think I'm a Bud Light drinker? Well, the Embassy Suites here in Walnut Creek does. And, you know, if you're coming to this Embassy Suites, you want to know a couple things. And I frame things, like when I stay at a location, I frame it in a few words. So this is the paper plates, plastic cups, and sausage rejected by a McDonald's Embassy Suites. So if you want to drink at the bar, chances are it's going to be in a plastic cup and not even a red Solo cup. Paper plates for breakfast. The utensils are kind of metal, but they feel more like plastic. The sheets are thin. I mean, the list goes on. And the insults just never stop. So go to the bar and they'll offer you a Bud Light for free. Good luck. Okay, I'm here at the Embassy Suites in Walnut Creek. Kind of dated furniture, but that's okay. And it's always like, oh, that one's got an easy switch, but you know, these older hotels, it's always like a mystery trying to figure out how to turn on the lights because it is dark as dark gets. So like this, there it is right there. It's hard to see. The camera shows a lot more light than there actually is. Big TV, a big nothing. Scan here to view your digital guest services directory. Nope, we don't scan. If you're scanning things, you're a fool. Nice microwave. That doesn't open. We've got a fridge with nothing, and it's cold. Got a Cuisinart. And what's this? Oh, we got some tea, coffee. Oh, this is neat. It's a little stacker. And boom, boom, boom. That's kind of a neat little trick. I like that. I like that. So boom, boom, boom. What's in here? Big nothing. The bedroom. All they had at the base rate was 2 queens. The view, I'm on the 3rd floor. I was like one of the last to book and first to check in. So nothing spectacular, but it's not bad, to be honest with you, even on the 3rd floor. That's a nice little patio area. I wonder if we can Beauregard our way over there. Boom, boom, boom. Everything looks good. Let's do the random check here for hairs. Like, I'm not going to dime them out again, but I've had to go back and ask the manager or the front desk to put me in another room, and they kind of balked. And then the other person at the front desk got the manager, which was smart. These sheets do feel very, very thin, very used. There's a great blog that talks about that, but they're soft and clean, so not too worried about it. Let's look in the closet. Boom, boom, boom. Ironing board, iron. And the one thing I'm not happy about, like I was looking at all the hotels here in California, and this part of California is this bathtub. Like, I am so sick of these bathtubs. After standing in the other showers, like, it's just uncomfortable. You know, your feet are so close together. I just don't like it. Nope. But the only way to get around this was to go back to a Best Western, where I've had horrible service and horrible experiences. So Embassy Suites was open and it was priced accordingly. It was actually cheaper than anything half an hour away on BART, where I wanted to stay. So this is what we get. Nice big area. And I believe I'm pretty close to some restaurants. I look pretty haggard. I've been camping for 10, 12 days. Boy, I look very haggard. But yeah, so this was a great deal because you get the really good breakfast here for free, and they have, in a couple hours, they've got a like evening reception. Usually there's some alcohol there, and some snacks. So a lot of times, like the Embassy Suites, you can't really eat dinner like some of the executive lounges, but you can definitely get some snacks and then make dinner just a light snack if you're on that meal plan. But I'm gonna sit down, get my boots off, and get in the shower. So I'm here at the Embassy Suites Walnut Grove, and you know, I chose this place because they had breakfast and a little evening. It was about the same price as every other property. They had the breakfast and the evening reception. The evening reception was just some chips, salsa, and cheese. 2 free drinks that were, I got the vodka and it was just abysmally horrible. But you get this cheap stamped, like this is so light silverware. It's the first time I've been served breakfast on plates that probably cost more than the napkins. I'll bet these napkins, these are like the nice paper napkins, and I'll bet they cost more per unit than these plates. And then the cup, you know, I hate coffee in a cup, paper cup, because it just brews the paper, right? It just, you're just drinking brewed paper after a minute or two. So the hot bar had the powdered eggs, powdered scrambled eggs that are like sub-army quality. And then I found these, I'm not sure. I think with enough hot sauce, these will go down. But they did make some omelet and some eggs. Hopefully that's good. Everything over there, though, is just, I mean, the cantaloupe kind of looked good, but you know, looking at everything else, I didn't want to trust the cantaloupe. Because how to get sick 101, right? Just, I don't know, $200 a night, and you're getting paper plates, paper cups, and what a joke. I don't know what else to say. It's just insulting. Yeah, this is that cheap sausage. Like, it's, you know, I'd even say it's a little lower than the McDonald's sausage McMuffin. You can taste the filler as soon as you bite into it. You can taste the filler in there. And, you know, it's just disgusting. Like, it's just disgusting. There's no reason for it. Whatever. Okay, you literally can't make this shit up. So I went downstairs to get a glass to drink out of because I don't like drinking out of paper. And I had my ice bucket in my hand and the bag unfolded, you know, in my hand. And, you know, some guy acting like the manager's like, oh, you need ice? And I said, I was going to get it on the machine on the way up. And he interjects and he's like, oh, well, let me get it for you. Right? Nice gesture. Okay. So he's walking away. The bartender's like, oh, let me get it for you. Now, this is the same bartender who thought I would want to drink a Bud Light. With all the bullshit going on with Bud Light and the fact that it's even a Bud Light, and I'm at no. Bud Light was a trash beer 20 years ago. It's still a trash beer. Why would I want a fucking Bud Light? So he takes and he scoops out the bottom of his bin behind the bar and gives me this half melted ice and half a bucket. And you can see it's just like bits and pieces of ice. It's already melted. Why would I want melted ice to put in a drink? And why would I want his grubby hands like that in my ice bucket? And why would I want ice off the bottom of the barrel in the ice bucket he's got behind the counter? It's just the most ridiculous shit. And I can't believe this is an Embassy Suites. It's like, what happened to quality? What happened to, you know, I don't understand. I don't understand what happened to the brand. And, you know, how is Hilton okay with this? Somebody was telling me that I'm too oversensitive or I'm too spoiled, but the real question is how many Hilton properties have I stayed at in the last 2 months, And how does this compare to those? And, is that a good sampling? 3, 4 countries of Hiltons, a couple different states. How does this one compare? And is that a good measurement? Because I'll tell you, I can only think of 2 that are on the same level, and they're in the same state. See, there we are, ice dispenser, right? Fresh full cubes. Now the only rub is, despite my preference on my profile for Hilton saying I like high floors and close to the elevator, I am exactly as far away from the elevator as you can get. So it's not a big deal. I mean, it's only a few steps, or 50 steps, but it's just funny, right? It's just funny that in so many ways, Hiltons in California say, don't come back. And don't talk about us nicely, and tell your friends how shitty your experience has been. Whether it's paper plates or Bud Light, none of this says Hilton to me. None of this, represents the Hilton I've come to know over the last year. And especially like this shit with the ice, it's just ridiculous. If you were gonna put ice in your drink for your girlfriend, which ice would you want? The shitty ice I poured down the sink, or the colder, fresh ice that's not already melting? Don't forget this plastic toilet seat. Don't sit on top, because you will probably break it if you sit on that the way it is. So always make sure to lift it up and then sit. Let's look at this towel. This is like your main bath towel. They gave me 2 of these. And just to give you an idea of how small it is. Like, this is literally your main bath towel. Hold on, let me unfold it. Okay, so that's your main bath towel. And it's just tiny. Let's see if it even gives a size here. 86% cotton, basic. It doesn't even say the size, but it's small. Like, for hotel standards, that is a very small towel. Put it on the back of the chair. For Embassy Suites, that is a small, thin, tattered towel. But hey, you get 2 per room. You get 2. Yeah, what a joke. What a friggin' joke this place is. 4 months later, and I still remember that Embassy Suites clear as day. I barely broke 120 nights at Hilton in 2023, and unquestionably that was the worst staff and the worst facility and the worst food. It hit all 3. It was just disappointing, like so disappointing. When the sheets are thinner than the paper napkins at breakfast, that says something. And breakfast, I wouldn't even go back to breakfast, just because, the food was more a waste of time. Like, the food is so nasty, I would rather go hungry, just skip breakfast and lose some weight and go back and eat there. maybe if you're into dry cereal or something, it's worth your time. It was just a nasty experience. When the airlines give you better silverware than the Embassy Suites at over $200 a night, it kind of makes you just go, why? What the hell's going on? So I don't know, man. It's just a sad situation. But the video's up. Have a great day anyway.